Hey everybody, it's Jill for today. And in honor of St. Patty's Day, which is like tomorrow, hopefully I'm doing this on the day before St. Patty's Day, we are making Colcannon soup, which is really exciting. And I have just a little thing to tell you about Colcannon soup. The word Colcannon means white-headed cabbage. Who knew? And legend has it, or tradition I should say has it, that they would put little trinkets in there. They would put little rings, they put little coins, and they just kind of hide them in the Colcannon, which reminds me of a fabulous story. Many years ago, my husband, the director, worked in an office, and every year they brought in a king cake in celebration of Easter, Good Friday. I'm not sure exactly what date the king cake comes in on. Maybe it's the beginning of Lent. I don't know. So the office has this big king cake that someone has come in, brought in. And I came into the office and I said, wow, this is really cool. So I cut a whack of that cake off, and he's laughing because it was so funny. I started eating this king cake, and all of a sudden I realized there is something in my mouth that is not king cake. You know how you do it? All of a sudden out comes this little tiny baby Jesus. And that's tradition, that they put this little baby, hard plastic, baby Jesus in the king cake. And whoever gets that little baby Jesus has to buy it the following year. They have to produce and, supply the cake. It was no?
Do you want me to correct the story?
Go ahead.
Okay.
What?
One of the ladies in the office was from New Orleans.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And her father, the king cake is a New Orleans tradition.
Okay, I really got this
So
wrong. Okay, go ahead.
her father, who was a judge in New Orleans, sent the king cake to our office.
But everything else I got was right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's a New Orleans tradition. Anyway, so I got this hard plastic little king cake, a little baby Jesus in my mouth, and I didn't have to. The director had to buy it the next year. End of story. So that's why Colcannon has little coins and trinkets and things of that nature in there. Maybe it brings good luck. I don't know. So
How did the Irish adapt a New Orleans tradition?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So anyway, we are going to get started, but first I'm going to show you what the ingredients are, because Colcannon is one of those very, very simple things. We have cabbage, of course, big bunch of cabbage. We have some cubed up white potatoes, and then leek. And I'm going to take this to the sink, and I'm going to show you how to clean a leek, because some people don't know how. So we will be back. Okay, we are going to clean a leek, and it's really simple, but just, sometimes people don't know how to do these things. So we're going to cut off, of course, the end that has the little hairs on it, and get that off there. And then leeks, it's actually, when you think about a leek, it's kind of a waste, because all of this is not used. You want to come down to about there, just where that very pale green starts. See? So we're going to cut that off. At least, let me say this. This is how I learned what to cut on a leek. I could be totally out of line.
And if anybody out there has a different thought,
yeah, I'm always
let
open.
us know.
I'm always open. Anyway, you're going to search these leaves, because lots of times there's sand in here, and if there is, you're just going to rinse it underwater. This one is very, very clean. I've seen some that are pretty sandy, because as they're growing out of the ground, here you've got the ground right here, and as they're growing, they keep piling sandy dirt as this leek grows. All right, so I've rinsed these well, and then they're just going to be sliced, because they're going to be sauteed. So we're just going to slice these. I'm going to finish slicing these, and then we'll be back and we'll get started on the soup.
Is the leek from the onion family? Like a giant green onion?
Well, it's oniony, but I think, I'll have to look, but I think I've heard that it's more like, I don't know, something weird like the orchid family or something. I'll look it up, and when you come back, I'll have that answer. So we'll be back.
Okay.
All right, I am sauteing the leeks. And of course, you know, I'll have all the ingredients in the instructions in the instruction box. Anyway, there's some melted earth balance in the bottom, not too much, just a little. And so those are sauteing, and I'm going to throw the cabbage in here as well. And one thing I forgot to mention about leeks, and the director has some very interesting information about the leek, is that they also, the Colcannon I was talking about, they used to also stick things like rings, that's too big, rings and thimbles in it. So it was really quite a festive deal. So this cabbage, as you can see, what I did was I cut it like in whips of about an inch, you know, and then I chopped it up. So it's about, you know, hopefully it's around the 1 inch sort of size. You want it to be, you know, easy to get in your mouth. So I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to this and continue sauteing. And the director has exciting information.
Well, I wouldn't call it exciting, but the leek is of the same family as the elephant garlic and the Kurrat, K-U-R-R-A-T, which is also known as the Egyptian leek. And a leek is also related to onions and garlic. So that's that.
There you have it. Isn't that exciting? Oh, do you smell this already?
I still can't smell anything.
Oh, yes. Our colds are, you know, this is why I made this soup. It's, you know, tomorrow's St. Patty's Day, and it's been so terribly cold here, and we've not felt all that well. So I decided to make a Colcannon soup. And what happens the first day I decide to make a hot soup? The sun is shining. It's a beautiful morning. So, you know, you can't win. You just can't win. All right, so this is pretty much where I want it. And I'm going to go ahead now and throw in those cubed potatoes. And they're between 3/4 and 1 inch in size. And these really, the potatoes won't saute. I'm just getting them incorporated. So it's all mixed up. And I have a couple of bay leaves that I'm going to throw in. And other than salt and pepper, let me get that stem off there. Other than the salt and pepper, that is going to be all the seasoning that goes in there. I'm going to put a little more pepper in there because we like pepper. And just a tad more salt because you know potatoes, ooh, they drink up the salt, don't they? All right, so I'm going to go ahead now. I've got some Better Than Bouillon chicken broth, or, you know, not broth, not chicken, whatever. And I always water it down a little bit. It's just too strong for us. And so what I do is I make it up and then I add probably about half as much of water. So we've got this all tucked in there very nicely. Get that all down in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on. Make sure that I'm on sealed, right? And I'm going to turn the saute mode off. I'm going to turn manual on and I'm going to give it 3 minutes. And then I will go ahead and do a fast quick release is what they're called, quick release. And we will open it up. Let me get this set here. Hang on a second. Okay, 3 minutes. Once that 3 minutes is up, I'm going to do a quick release, and then we're going to open this pot and see what's going on in there. We'll be back. We're back. 3 minutes, quick release. Let's take a look. Well, look at that. And the potatoes are supposed to be nice and tender, and they are. So it's really just a nice hearty cabbage and potato soup. There's leeks in there, of course. I'm going to get rid of the bay leaf. Now, the recipe called for some cream. And of course, I don't have any cream, but I do have some almond milk. And I could add that to it to give it a little more richness. I think I will. What do you think, Director?
That might work.
I think you should go for it. I'm going to put like a 1/4 cup in there and we'll see how it goes. What the heck, huh? Okay, so that's in there. And I'm going to let this just reheat just a little bit to get some of that milk that I put in there. Here we go. Warmed up. And we'll be back. I'll serve us up a bowl and we will taste it. So we shall be back. We're ready to sample this soup. I let it heat up so that almond milk, you know, would get a little a little warmer in there, not turn the soup cold. There we go. A little bit there. And I'm going to put some parsley on this. Look at that. Look at that. Is that just a beautiful bowl of soup? So I'm going to serve up the other one, and then we're going to take a taste. Okay, we're going to sample this. Now, I have a couple of disclaimers. First of all, it calls, a lot of the recipes I saw called for half cabbage and half kale. I didn't have kale, but I figured, you know, when we eat Colcannon, which is just the potatoes and cabbage, you know, we do it like in the pan, you know. I've never put kale in it. Not that there's nothing wrong with kale.
No.
And then the other thing was...
We love kale.
I love kale. In fact, you're having kale for dinner.
Oh, good.
There you go. And then the other...
But you just told me you didn't have any kale.
No, it's baby kale.
Oh.
It's baby kale that I have. Little tiny, it's not the same thing. It's the hardy. It would have never made it. Never made it, and that's it. Hardy. The other thing is that instead of parsley, the recipe calls to put chopped green onions. Well, I didn't have any green onions. So those are my two disclaimers.
Okay.
But let's give it a shot, huh? It smells pleasant enough. I don't think you're gonna like it. You just have to remember what it is.
It's what, cabbage?
But it's good cabbage. Well, okay, let me take one more bite.
No, actually, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
There's not bad at all.
Mm-mm. It's really very good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to remember it's cabbage and potatoes.
I think,
But it's very good.
for me,
Yeah.
I think I would have added a little more leek. No, actually,
That's good.
the more you eat,
Yeah.
the more it grows on you.
Yeah. I'll have one more. That's the first
So
I
it's
said he's gonna
delicious
eat
wet
it.
cabbage. No, it is good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like you
I like
say
that.
sometimes. Oh my God. Well, that's good because I made a whole pot full.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's good?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, I'm going to post the instructions and the ingredients in the comment box. And really, I mean, we made kind of a little bit joke of it, but
Yeah.
it's really
It's
very good.
I still think a little more leek. Give it a
I'd
little,
give that
little
for
more
you.
leaky
Mhm.
flavor,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
onion
mhm.
flavor.
So maybe a leek and a half.
A leek and a half.
Leek and a half.
Yeah.
Or 1.5.
1.5 leeks.
All
Or
right.
a leek and a half, whichever way you want to go. Or 1.5 leeks. Okay.
All right. All right, everybody. Is that it now?
That's
Are we
it.
done? All right, everybody.
I'm done.
Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Thumbs up. And this is a good one to thumbs up on. Leave comments.
Yes.
And enjoy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
See y'all over later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.